Alright guys, today we gotta talk about something that really irked me. And I don't know why it irked me so much. I shouldn't really care this much about it, but it did. And it's a tweet that Dan Orlovsky, former NFL quarterback, well, former backup NFL quarterback, tweeted out on July 12th. Now, today is the 16th, so this is me just seeing it now. I have the tweet in front of me. I may pop it up on the screen during the video to show you guys visually what it is, so I'm not just reading it to you. But here is what he said. This is from his official verified account, Dan Orlovsky. See some QB lists, my list would be. And then he gives a 1 through 10 list with some honorable mentions. We'll talk about those in a second. His 1 through 10 is, I'll start at the 10. We'll go up because I feel like you guys already are going to know what number 1 is going to be. So at number 10, he has Dak Prescott. All right. Okay, I can see that. Dak Prescott coming off of an ankle injury. Had a pretty good season last year. Well, the year before. Had a pretty good season up until the injury. Number 10, I can see. I can make the argument that he could be number 10. Number 9 is Ryan Tannehill. Now, Ryan Tannehill is an interesting one because of the system that he plays in, because the Titans kind of mask his flaws, I guess you could say, with the kind of offense that they have and with the amazing superstar running back that they have in Derrick Henry. I feel like they kind of mask the flaws that he had shown in Miami. And it turns out that I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback. He's obviously a really good quarterback because he can manage a game to the point where he can win he can win you playoff games. He's not going to probably ever win you a Super Bowl as the main reason, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he could get you to a Super Bowl and then have Derrick Henry and AJ Brown and now Julio Jones take over and he just delivering them the ball. But having him be the 9th best quarterback above some other quarterbacks in the league is a bit of a stretch, but I can see the argument made to have him be a top 10 quarterback. He's definitely shown, the stats definitely show that Tannehill could be a top 10 quarterback. I don't disregard that. Number 8, he has Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford has had a really good career. That career has been mostly on the Detroit Lions. Now, he gets traded to LA. He's on the Rams now, and everybody thinks, including myself, that the Rams are going to be a threat in the NFC. They've got a lot of weapons, both on offense and on defense. And now having Stafford there, who is a much better quarterback than Jared Goff, with a much better arm, a much better understanding of offense, and a much better understanding of how to throw against defenses, I think that Matt Stafford and the Rams are going to be a very good team this year. But Matt Stafford at number 8, I'd probably have Matt Stafford at 10 on my personal list. If I was gonna rank quarterbacks, I'd probably have Stafford 10. Number 7 is Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson is an interesting one because he's won an MVP already, but we haven't gotten a lot of consistency when it comes to Lamar Jackson because he's up and down, especially last season. He's got good games, he's got bad games, like every quarterback. But I feel like his bad games are more prevalent because he's such a name right now that having him 7 is okay. I definitely would have him above the 3 guys that I've mentioned previously, Tannehill, Stafford, and Prescott. But out of all these guys, I feel like the next section right here that I'm going to talk about is the most accurate of where I would have these guys. So I can't really argue too much with Lamar. My point is, I'm just saying I need to see more consistency out of Lamar to have him as a high ranking in a top 10 list. And then we've got Russell Wilson at number 6, which is good if you're talking about first half Russell Wilson, because we all know that first half Russell Wilson is a no doubt MVP, but second half Russell Wilson is a bad to mediocre quarterback. That's as simple as I can put it. I don't know what happens with Russell Wilson between the first half of the season and the second half of the season, but something happens in there where he just completely falls off a cliff and just sucks the rest of the year. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's a physical thing. I don't know what it is, but Russell Wilson, first half, probably is a top 3 quarterback, but second half is not even top 10, probably not even top 15 in my opinion. I don't know what goes on, but Russell Wilson 6. If we're talking first half, I understand, but whatever. That's not the point. We're getting closer to the point where it irked me. 5, he has Josh Allen, and I've been on the record on this channel saying that I think Josh Allen's an MVP candidate this year, and that I would think that Josh Allen's gonna win, not only be a candidate, but win the MVP this year, because I am just that fond of Josh Allen's game. I think he's got the talent. I think he's got the arm. I think he's got the talent around him, most importantly, to win the MVP. That Bills team is going to be good this year. There's no doubting that. And I hate saying that because I'm a Patriots fan, but the Bills are going to be good this year. They're going to be real good this year. It's probably going to be a Chiefs-Bills AFC Championship game. There's really no other teams I could see in the AFC surprise. I mean, the Browns, I guess, but maybe not. I don't know. That's another question for another day. But he's got Josh Allen 5. I actually do like that. I do think that, especially this year, Josh Allen's going to be a top 5 quarterback, and so having him here already, I like that. I think that's good. Number 4 is Desean Watson. And I feel like Desean Watson's hard to grade and hard to put on a list. Not because of his talent, because his talent is definitely worthy of being a top 5 quarterback, even top 4. But with everything that's gone on this offseason with Desean Watson, with him wanting to be traded, and then with all these allegations about him and the massage therapist and all this stuff, I just feel like it's not right to put him on a list. So having him 4th, yes, you could say that you can overlook those facts because it's not on the field stuff. This is just strictly on the field stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, can you really overlook if this was something like off the field that wasn't like such a big deal. This is a really big deal if Desean Watson is actually accused of all this stuff and it actually happened. Then that's jail time for Desean Watson. He's a criminal. But this is such a big deal that I don't think that you can overlook this off the field stuff. If this was something tiny like, oh, he's been suspended for drug use or PEDs or something that's related to on the field, but it happens to be off the field, something like that, of those instances, I feel like you could overlook those and just look strictly at on the field stuff. But since this is such a big thing off the field, such an important seismic shift, if it does come out that it's true, that I feel like you have to take that into account. And I hate saying that because I don't want to take it into account, because I want it to be not true, because Desean Watson's on-the-field talent is unreal. But for that fact, and that fact only, I feel like Desean Watson can't be fairly ranked on this list. And yes, I'm not saying Desean Watson last year and the year before and all those years that he's been in the league is a top 4 quarterback in the league. Top 5 probably. But since I've said on this channel that I don't think Desean Watson will take a snap in the NFL this year, I can't fairly rank him on this list. So I understand why Dan Orlovsky did it, but I can't rank him. So Desean Watson at number 4, I can't have him on this list. Number 3, this is where it irks me. Number 3, Dan Orlovsky, the great Dan Orlovsky, the all-knowing Dan Orlovsky, has Tom Brady at number 3. Why? Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep going around in this never-ending circle of Tom Brady not being number 1? Why? What has Tom Brady done to prove that he's not a number one quarterback, that he's not the greatest quarterback in the NFL? What has he done? He's only done 7 Super Bowls. He's only been to 9 of them. 10 of them. How many has he been to? 10 of them. He's been to 10. He's only won 7 of them. What else does he have to do? He's going to pass Drew Brees this year and within like the first month of the season for the most passing yards in NFL history. So what else does Brady have to do to get the respect from these analysts? I don't understand it. And I do understand that it's probably a click thing. It's probably Dan Orlovsky wants to be the smartest guy in the room with his opinion, but it's a wrong opinion. Brady, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I say this so much because people just don't want to grasp it. And I'll say it again. I don't want to say it again, but I will say it again. All right. Look at me. Look at me. Straight in my eyes. Tom Brady will be and will always be the best quarterback in the league. He will always be number one, no matter who else is in the league, until Tom Brady's not in the league anymore. Okay? You got that? You understand? It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. It's not hard to comprehend. And I'm not saying this coming from a Brady stan or coming from a Patriots fan that Tom Brady brought 6 Super Bowls to. I'm not saying that. I'm not coming from that perspective. I'm coming from an NFL fan and somebody that has eyeballs and has watched Tom Brady's career and has watched Patrick Mahomes' career and has watched Aaron Rodgers' career and has watched Russell Wilson's career and has watched all these guys' careers. Tom Brady will be forever the number one quarterback in the NFL until he's not in the NFL. Do we understand? It's that simple. It's not hard. I swear it's not hard. And Dan Orlovsky having Tom Brady at 3, not even having Tom Brady at number 2. And yes, I understand. I'm sure you guys know who his 1 and 2 is. I'm just going to go right now. 2 is Aaron Rodgers and 1 is Patrick Mahomes. Whoop-de-doo. Surprise. I bet you guys were all shocked that he is Patrick Mahomes number 1 because for some reason, everybody loves Patrick Mahomes so much. And I understand it. I do. I honestly do. I understand the love for Patrick Mahomes. But what I don't get is why Patrick Mahomes, yes, he is a tremendous talent. He is a generational talent. He is a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. He's got the skills. But he's been to 2 Super Bowls, and he's won 1. Yes, he has the regular season stats. Yes, he put up 50 touchdowns in a season. Yes, he has an amazing team around him. Yes, he is an MVP. But he's been in the league, since 2017 or something? And he's had amazing seasons. He's made amazing strides. He's probably one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Not probably, he is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But there's only one best quarterback in the league, and it's Tom Brady, not the MVP Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a very good quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is a generational quarterback. He's an MVP. He just won the MVP, but he's not better than Tom Brady. He's got 1 Super Bowl. I don't know why people seem to put Super Bowl victories on the back burner or don't value them as much when it comes to Tom Brady. But we look at Super Bowl victories when it comes to guys like Aaron Rodgers or when it comes to guys like Patrick Mahomes or when it comes to guys like Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson has 1 too. I bet people forget that. Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl too. But we forget that the guy with the most Super Bowls is not number 1. How? How can that physically be? He has the most Super Bowls. Isn't that what we're playing for? Isn't that what these quarterbacks play for? Super Bowl victories? And to have the guy with the most Super Bowl victories not be number one, how can you possibly have that? How can that possibly be a thing? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. How can the guy, that's what we're playing for. That's why we play football. I don't play football. That's why these guys play football. To win a Super Bowl. And Patrick Mahomes has one. Rodgers has one. Josh Allen has none. Watson has none. Wilson has one. Lamar has none. Stafford has none. Tannehill has none. Prescott has none. None of these guys have any. Brady has 7. Brady has 7 Super Bowls. That's what we're doing. He doesn't just have Super Bowls. He has MVPs. He has Offensive Player of the Year awards. He has Hall of Fame records. Why is he not number one? How can you physically, how can you make a top 10 list of quarterbacks in the NFL? And forget the age. The age has nothing to do with this. I guarantee you if Patrick Mahomes is playing at 43, 44, 45, 46, if he's playing at those ages, I guarantee you he's still number one. Because that's how things happen. The age has nothing to do with it. It's the consistency. We talked about consistency with Lamar Jackson. Tom Brady is consistency. When you look up consistency in the dictionary, it's Tom Brady. Because at the end of the day, you may have a great regular season. Patrick Mahomes may have 57, 60, 70 touchdowns. Whatever the number may be. Patrick Mahomes may have 100 touchdowns in a season. No interceptions. The greatest season anyone's ever had. But at the end of the day, when you get to February and you look at who's in the Super Bowl, more than likely it's going to be Tom Brady. That's just how it is. Because Tom Brady is built different. He doesn't care about the regular season. It's just about the Super Bowls. And that's why we play football. For the ultimate prize of the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady has the most of those. So how is he not number one? I don't personally understand. I don't know. I don't know how he's not number one. He's number one on any one of my lists. And that's not just from a Patriots fan. That's just not from a Tom Brady fan. That's from an NFL fan because I have eyeballs and I have a brain and I understand these easy concepts. But for some people, like Dan Orlovsky, they don't understand these simple concepts because they want to be the smartest guy in the room. They want to have the big brain ideas. They want to be the guy that has a different thing than anybody else. They want to be against the grain, even though the grain is the right answer. I don't know. I'm tired of ranting. We'll get to, before we end this video, I want to say he does have some honorable mentions. So he has Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield are right on the cusp of top 10 quarterbacks. But he says that he needs to see more from them. And without getting into too much ranting on again, because I already went on like a 10-minute rant about that. Joe Burrow, good 10-game rookie season. Justin Herbert probably shouldn't have won Rookie of the Year, but it is what it is. It's quarterback award. Kyler Murray, can he stay healthy? I don't know. He's very small, very slight of frame. Can he stay healthy for a full season? Who knows? Baker Mayfield on a pretty good Browns team, but Baker Mayfield needs to see more, or needs to have more consistency, just like Lamar Jackson. He needs to be more consistent. He can't have a 2018 Baker Mayfield season or 2019 Baker Mayfield season. He needs to have a 2020 Baker Mayfield season. And so those guys, I do agree that you need to see more from them, but even Joe Burrow, I don't think is a top 10 quarterback right now. I mean, he just came off of his rookie year where he got injured after 10 games. I don't think even if he has a great season this year, he's a top 10 quarterback because he's just so young. His age isn't that young, but his career in the NFL is so young. I can't physically, and I love Joe Burrow, but I can't put him top 10 after this season if he has an amazing season. Maybe top 15. It's just too early. And then he has one more thing. He says, if healthy and mind right, Carson Wentz is a top 10 quarterback. Get out of here. Maybe if this was 2017, Dan Orlovsky, maybe if this was the Carson Wentz that when the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl, people forget that Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate when the Eagles, during the regular season, before his injury, were headed to the Super Bowl. And then Nick Foles, sadly for me, took over and won the Super Bowl. But Carson Wentz got them there. He got them in position, at least, to get them there. But Carson Wentz, ever since that moment, is not even a top 20 quarterback in the league. Carson Wentz is god-awful. So if healthy, in the right mind, Carson Wentz is top 10. I understand that Dan Orlovsky has this weird love affection for Carson Wentz. I don't know what it is, but he's got the hots for Carson Wentz for some reason. I don't know why. Carson Wentz is when he's healthy, he's good. But Carson Wentz is not a top 10 quarterback if he's healthy and his mind is right. There's no way. Especially with the top 10 quarterbacks that you already have. There's no way. Who are you taking out for Carson Wentz? Who are you taking out? You taking out Ryan Tannehill? You taking out Dak Prescott? Matt Stafford? Who are you taking out? Because there's no way Carson Wentz is top 5, top 6, top 7 even. So who are you taking out? I don't know. Nobody. And then he's also got Carr's floating with the list too. Derek Carr's good. He's not top 10. Derek Carr's good. He's on a decent team with the Raiders. He's a good quarterback. He's not top 10. So just stop talking about how Derek Carr's a top 10 quarterback. He's not a top 10 quarterback. So that's going to do it. I am tired of ranting. I need to take a nap. I am so tired of this. Oh, okay. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you guys agree with me about everything that I've said. If you guys disagree with me, that's fine too. Let me know down below what you think. If you guys agree with Dan Orlovsky, if you guys would have anybody, name any other quarterbacks that you would have on this list and people that you would take out of this list. I'm very curious to see who you guys would think. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button and notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.